Now let's cover the items on the interior of the Kenworth T680 model tractor. The fire extinguisher is located directly below the left side of the driver's side seat for the driver's safety. The instrument cluster and panel. The gauges featured on the dashboard consist of the speedometer. This gauge reports the current speed the truck is moving in miles per hour. The diesel fuel level gauge. The primary fuel gauge indicates the total amount of fuel in the tank. When the fuel level in the tank reaches 1/4 full, a red warning indicator will illuminate. The tachometer. This reflects the number of revolutions or RPMs that the engine is running at. The engine coolant temperature gauge, which monitors the water temperature in the engine. The oil pressure gauge. This monitors the current pressure of the oil in the engine. The voltmeter output gauge. The battery voltage output will be displayed on this gauge. The electronic cluster display. This screen is where critical operation features of the vehicle will be displayed. The brake application pressure gauge. This indicates the amount of air pressure applied during brake foot valve application. The primary and secondary air brake dual pressure gauge. This dual air gauge indicates the air pressure in the brake system. There are two dial indicators. The orange primary indicator and icon is for the rear brake system, while the green secondary dial and icon is for the front brake system. The gauge indicates the amount of air pressure in each system. The DEF or diesel exhaust fluid level gauge will monitor the level of DEF or diesel exhaust fluid in the truck's DEF tank. To the right of the instrument panel is an additional set of two gauges. They consist of the engine oil temperature gauge that indicates the engine oil temperature, the suspension load air pressure gauge, which indicates the amount of air pressure in the air suspension air bags. The instrument panel and cluster contains individual LED warning indicator lights. These indicators are used to monitor vehicle operation and indicate a warning or stop condition. A warning light will be illuminated as an operational system fails, such as the check engine light, brake or ABS system, or the charging system. At ignition, these lights will illuminate for 8 to 10 seconds as part of the vehicle power-up sequence. The lane departure lamp. This lights up when the lane departure system cannot track the truck's position in the lane. The trailer ABS lamp indicates a fault in the trailer ABS system. The tractor ABS lamp indicates a fault in the tractor ABS system. The DPF or diesel particulate filter lamp. This is an indication that the DPF has developed an exhaust restriction. The HEST or high exhaust system temperature light. This indicates when the exhaust temperature has reached an excessive level. The brake low air pressure lamp. This lamp illuminates when the air system air pressure has dropped below an acceptable level to safely operate the air brake system. The parking brake lamp illuminates when the parking brakes are applied. The service brake lamp illuminates when the service brakes are applied. The battery voltage lamp indicates that the current battery charge is low. The axle traction control light will turn on or blink when an axle traction control problem is detected. The inner axle differential lock light illuminates when the inner axle differential switch is in the on position, locking the inner axle differential. The transmission service light or warning lamp indicates any transmission faults or when service is needed. The green engine fan light comes on when the engine fan is active. The red engine stop light warns of a serious problem. The driver must turn off the engine until service to the engine can be performed. The amber engine malfunction indicator or MIL light. This notifies the driver of an engine fault. Have the vehicle serviced at the first opportunity. The amber check engine light. This turns on when a non-emissions related problem exists, but the tractor can still be driven. Have the vehicle serviced at the first opportunity. It's also used with other warning lights to indicate when maintenance is due. The low coolant level light illuminates with an audible alarm to indicate a critically low coolant level. Instrument panel switches. Located to the right of the steering wheel is the main bank of instrument switches that perform various functions. Directly above are the climate control knobs. These are used to adjust the temperature inside the cab for driver comfort. Then back to the left is the MV3 valve, which will release and apply the parking brakes for the truck and trailer. The power divider lock or differential switch. This is used to assist on slippery surfaces if the tires are slipping. Do not lock in while the tires are spinning. Make sure you are at a complete stop. Do not operate while driving under normal circumstances. The kingpin release switch is used to release the kingpin from inside the cab when dropping a trailer. After fully extending the landing gear, and removing the airlines and 7-way cord. The parking brake must be set for the kingpin to release. Lift and hold the release switch for 3 seconds. The driver information panel will also inform the driver when the fifth wheel has released. Visually check that the locking jaws of the fifth wheel did in fact release. Now it is safe to uncouple from the trailer. The fifth wheel switch. This is used to release the sliding fifth wheel to allow for forward or rear adjustment of the fifth wheel. A switch panel to the right of the steering wheel and to the lower of the dash, you will find the climate control knobs. This will control the AC, the heat, the fan speed, and the temperature you want inside the cab. The tractor trailer parking brake control knobs, or MV3. The yellow button will be used for releasing and applying the tractor parking brakes. The red knob will be used for releasing and applying the trailer parking brakes. The headlight switch is located at the upper center of the dashboard. This switch is used to operate the tractor headlights. To the right of the headlight switch is the tractor marker light switch for all exterior lights. The cruise control switch, located to the right side of the steering wheel, is used to set and maintain your cruise control speed. The engine brake switch, or Jake brake, is located on the right side stalk switch and controls the engine braking. Remember, this is an engine retarder. The left side stalk switch is the windshield wiper control, turn signal, and additional headlight controls. The Kenworth internal fuse box is located on the left side under the dashboard, behind this removable panel. The fuses are now easily accessible. The fuse legend is printed on the underside of the cover.